What's poppin', people? Welcome back to episode 3 of the Chosen Mamba Spectre. I'm Gian, that's Darius, and that's Jacob. And today we're going to discuss Lucasfilm's biggest news, the leaving of Kathleen Kennedy. Um, boys, take it away for this one.
Well, as of right now, in this moment, we're just off the back of talking about it on the stream over on my channel. So I suppose we could just kind of carry on that vibe, if you will. Like obviously, I don't know how you guys fully feel about it. Like I know we spoke about it a little bit on the stream, but to me, there's so many layers to this. In the sense of one, I would like Ryan to stop fueling the fire, like this obsession with.
I don't know why he did that. I mean, I get it.
Completely unnecessary.
Wait, what do you do? I'm still confused.
No, so basically, Kathleen Kennedy said that Ryan was the reason Ryan's trilogy is not going to happen is because he got spooked after the backlash the Last Jedi got. And he was like, did a quote tweet and it was like spooked, LOL. No, which there's nuance here. I get it from his perspective. He probably felt like you're saying I was scared of people not liking the movie. Yes. It's like, no, that's not really why. But like, it's just one of those things where I wouldn't have posted that at this time. Like, there's already gonna be a lot of hate flung at.
I would have let it.
It's just not. I don't know. It's not something I would have posted right now. And then like you're getting hate thrown your way and also her way. It's just not a good.
It would have been better to just not say anything and just let it dissipate. You know.
Yeah. Let it roll over a few months. Then maybe talk about it if someone asks you or whatever. Put out a statement. But like, I don't know.
That would have been better.
Go ahead.
No, it's not, like for me, like to be honest, like I grew up with Disney Star Wars. That's like the Star Wars that got introduced to me. So I don't hate Kathleen Kennedy. She's, in my opinion, severely overhated for no like come on.
I do think a lot of the wave of hate does get kind of pedestalized to her. So I think
there's things to criticize her about, but it's like things that people choose to criticize her about, or not things that she like. If you don't like the sequel trilogy, she plays a role in that, yes, but she's not sitting there in the writer's room with them making the decisions. Like, yeah, we're doing this. No, she oversees and stuff, but like she's more to blame for me for not getting involved enough and not making sure there was a clear
plan. That's where the nuance is, right? That's where the nuance is.
Not the choices that JJ might have made or that Ryan might have made or the writers might have made. It's the no clear direction. That's where I think she messed up at. Not, oh yeah, she made Rey a Palpatine. She's the reason Rey's overpowered. Like that's the choices the filmmakers made. And you could say she's to blame for that, for not stepping in, but like she's not the one making the decisions. I mean, this is not just like people have talked about how much Lucasfilm is very hands-off and how much what they do let these creatives do on their shows. Tony Gilroy talked about it. Dave Filoni's talked about it. Ryan Johnson said that it was pretty smooth production of Last Jedi. Like it's Marvel that really does the more of the interfering in projects and stuff. Lucasfilm doesn't really do that.
No.
But that creates its own problems. It's a balancing act. You can't be over your creative shoulders and we're doing this, but you can't be so hands off where these problems happen and you're just kind of letting them happen. And I think that's most of what she was doing.
I agree, man. I love Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is my GOAT. So like, I'm so excited for what he's gonna do because I love all the stuff that he's made with Star Wars. So to know that we're gonna see more of that.
I mean, he was your introduction to it, right?
Who, Dave?
Yeah. Oh no, it was the sequel. It was the sequel trilogy.
It was the sequel trilogy. Yeah.
Got that.
But like,
Clone Wars and Rebels. You're a big Rebels guy, I know.
Love Rebels, yeah. So that we're gonna see more of that. Say less. Like that stuff. That's like the
must be quite gratifying for you to see Ahsoka come to like vision, like because that's your specific.
Yeah, like seeing Ahsoka like live action and from animated to see what Dave has done. I'm excited for season 2, and I just can't wait to see what he's gonna do more with those type of characters and expand it and make new characters, hopefully. Yeah. So I'm really excited for that part.
No, I agree.
Dave talks about how he's basically, if George Lucas has a successor, it's Dave Filoni. Like that's the closest thing that he has to a successor. I mean, Dave talks so much about how like George him and George worked together on Clone Wars, and how many of George's ideas that he put into Clone Wars, and how many ideas he had to sell George on for Clone Wars,
Yeah.
Ahsoka, for example. And it's kind of poetic in a way, where like obviously George is not really involved in the creative stuff anymore. But this is like, I guess, the next closest thing to having George there is
Do you think
Dave.
do you think George will be involved in more with the creative stuff now that Dave's involved or not?
Maybe he might be around more because him and Dave are close. They seem tight. I know George still does drop in. I think George said he was on set a couple times for the sequels.
Yeah,
and maybe some of the shows.
He was on set for Mando.
Yeah, Mando. Yeah. But yeah,
he'll be in and around, but I don't think he'll be, because obviously if they give him too much work to do, then he has to get a credit on whatever movie or show.
Yeah.
So it may be like, a choice by an actor here, a bit of dialogue there. Maybe do this with the camera, or maybe have them do this. Like, I think that's all it'll be. I don't think it'll be anything more than that, or maybe set.
Yeah. And I don't think George
is going to keep that distance.
I think George at the place in his life. I don't know the guy. I'm just going based off what he said in interviews and the sense I get. He did. I think he's beyond that. I think he's done. He's just if he drops by, like, just to offer some tips or see what's going on or see some of the cool stuff that they make, like the practical effects and stuff they make, because George has always been really interested in that sort of stuff, like the CGI and the puppets and all that stuff. He loves seeing that kind of stuff. So, but no, I agree. I'm very cautiously optimistic about like where they're going, because I say cautiously because Star Wars, I think my biggest concern is I just don't want Star Wars to be just like pigeonholed into being one tone, which is the tone of Dave's stuff, which I love most of Dave's stuff. Like, I love it. But I don't want Star Wars to be just that, like I just talk about this with Jacob, where it's like, I think Star Wars has, like, the reason it's it's resonated with so many people is it can be so many different things. It can be this great story, like Great versus Evil. It can be a political thriller. It can be a story about criminals, like smugglers and pirates and stuff. It can be a story about pilots. It can be a love story. It can be a mystery. Like, there's so many things it can be. Yeah. It's such a big universe, like this huge history. I just don't want it to be like, oh yeah, where's Ahsoka gonna pop up next? She's here now. She's there now. Like, I wanted to explore other eras and explore other.
That's what I really want more than anything is new. Yeah.
Jacob, I'm going to send you this tweet if you can share your screen, because I think it's easier to share your screen on the laptop.
Yeah, all right.
I sent you this tweet. I was trying to find. That's what was on my phone. So I found it. So here's some updates that like Kathy's giving from like on future Star Wars films, and when Jacob shares his screen, we can like.
Wait, where did you send it to, by the way?
On Twitter. Like, just go to your Twitter.
Right. Let me log in real quick, and let me lock in real quick. Hang on.
Oh, you don't. Oh, my bad. Let me see if I can.
I'm not.
I'll take a screenshot and I'll send it on Instagram then.
All right, I copy that, and then I'll just share that.
All right.
But yeah, no, I agree with you, Darius. Like, I think the other issue as well is that Dave Filoni, may he be the heir to the empire, if you will, as he may. I think there is a lot of pressure that is put on him because he's Dave Filoni, because he's the only one in the place that actually understands the law, unlike the rest. There's like this expectation that he has to be a certain thing. I'm just about to share my screen to you. That he has to be a certain thing, and there's just immediate pressure that's put on him.
And when you're the guy in charge, it's easy to get stretched too thin when you have to worry about putting together all these projects.
Yeah, no, I agree.
So like, even like just looking at this stuff, like James Mangold's film's on hold, but his
man, I was really excited for that one.
Me too.
Dawn of the Jedi.
We might get that Lando movie, because I think like now that Dave's like gonna be in charge, I think a lot of stuff is like gonna happen now.
Yeah.
So like the James Mangold film might be on hold, but like the Lando movie might come out because Donald Glover turned in a script.
I mean, the other thing as well, like you got like with nuance, like Kathleen did say these projects are still out there and everyone giving her shit. It's like, well, she's not approving them. Like it's the
it's also like this. That's what people don't understand. It's like Kathy has to approve it, but the real people that really have to approve it is Disney.
I'm so glad you said that, because I think a lot of the hate that Kathleen Kennedy got was misplaced. I'm not saying she wasn't above. There
No,
was things.
she's
Like,
definitely
Lucasfilm didn't get a film out for 7 years. Okay, there's been a Star Wars film since 2019. That's a problem. That's the biggest problem.
That's an issue.
The
I
first
was,
movie.
I was younger then. I was your age.
And in 2019, I hadn't graduated high school yet.
In 2019, I was a sophomore.
Right, I was your age. I was your age when that movie came out. Like one of you two, either of you. I was your age.
Yo.
But a lot of the blame, I think, lies on Bob Iger. And Bob Iger, he rushed Rise of Skywalker. Kathy said they needed more time for Rise of Skywalker, and she was right. They wanted it to be 2 films. It was supposed to be 9 and 10, by the way. And Bob Iger was like, "No, we're not doing that. We need it out right now."
Oh, they should have just cut the cord. They should have done it.
And I think like stuff like that. I don't think people realize that. Kathleen Kennedy is in charge of Lucasfilm, but like Lucasfilm is under Disney. Same way Kevin Feige has to answer to Bob Iger too. Like they're the bosses at their studios, but their studios are just subsidiaries of Disney.
They have to justify it in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Disney's all about the money, like any company. Like, hey, what's going to make our shareholders money? And it's tough to navigate that. And I'm interested to see how Dave handles that, because Dave has been, I think, what was he before this promotion? He was creative director.
Creative director.
Yeah, he was creative director. Yeah, that was definitely them getting him ready for his next role coming up. Like you can sort of just see it a mile off. He's
coming up with, I can't remember what's the
Lynn Brennan, something like that. Something.
She seems like she's very business oriented, so maybe she'll handle the business.
Yeah, and that's the thing that people need to keep in mind as well, is Dave Filoni can be as creative as hell and she can be as business acumen as possible, but at the end of the day they both have to come together and have a pitch that Disney go, okay, this could make money.
Yes, like
Mando and Grogu, the only reason that got any green light is because the Mando hype, they know it's going to get some kind of money. It will get some with that.
This guy right here.
I think people are underestimating this film, by the way. I think that film is going to make a decent profit. Like Grogu.
Yeah, I think it will probably get to about 700, maybe.
If it's good, yes. Yeah, if it's good, 700.
If it's good. And that's still pretty good, to be fair. And this, like, I mean, we talked about this on the stream that we just finished. But I think if you get to a place where your movie is making 700 or 600, even in this current climate, you're doing well. Like this year, the movies haven't made anything.
You have to take into account this is not the 2019 box. 2019 box office will never happen. Where it was like Disney had what $3 billion movies that year. Like that's
it was Aladdin, Endgame, and Far From Home. Those are the 3 movies.
And then I think Rise of Skywalker got close, didn't it?
It
was close. It was like 900 mil, something like that.
It did,
Like, something like that's not going to happen anytime unless you're Doomsday or Brand New Day. Then like,
especially if you take into consideration how Avatar's done at the box office and shit. Like it's the movies this year. Regardless, like, even though I think last year's movies were by definition mostly better, generally speaking, I think box office wise this year it will be different. They will make a shit ton of money, and I think Mando and Grogu is actually going to do quite well.
I think Starfighter will do better. That's what I think.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I wholeheartedly agree, especially now they said that there's a lightsaber film
is getting 900 million. And the only reason I say that, not just because of the film itself, if you look at the people that are in the film, people will go and see it, one, for Ryan Gosling. Secondly, people will go and see it for Aaron Pierre. Third, Matt Smith. Fourth, it's got the guy, I know you guys have never seen this show because it's a show that's in the UK, but there's a show called In-Betweeners. It's got the actor from that in, so people will go and see it for that alone as well. Like there's
Mia Goth, a lot of people. Amy Adams, like it's got a lot of people. There's a lot of people in that movie.
Tom Cruise like filmed a lightsaber fight in that movie.
Apparently. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like Starfighter is gonna be wild.
And it starts like the start of something new, which I think people will be on board for. And it's
probably I'm excited for. It's
probably gonna be a Rey cameo in there,
and it is meant to link into the Rey movie or the Ben Solo. It is meant to link into that.
Yeah,
that's what I'm excited for. It's something new, something different with new characters, and that's what I'm really looking forward to. Not that saying I don't love the old like Luke and all that stuff. I love those characters.
Something on this really does worry me, and it's the listen. And I'm not saying that people who made things in the past that aren't good can't make things that are good now, because that's
that's a stupid analogy.
But Simon Kinberg's name does kind of worry me a little bit, only because
Dark Phoenix,
and Last Stand, I think.
Yeah. Oh god. Oof.
I might be wrong about the Last Stand, but he
I
definitely
think he
made
was
Dark
involved in it because he wanted to
He's-
do Dark Phoenix again.
He's pitching a trilogy, and like I said, I'm not going to say that his trilogy isn't good because it's probably a great pitch, and if it's got Dave excited, I've got faith that it's a good pitch.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure that this is as good as it can be, because the next trilogy they gotta knock it out of the park with the next one. Like
they really got to knock it out of the park like immediately. They can't afford to.
You can't have another bad, or at least
No.
like I say, you can't have another trilogy where like the last one. Like,
This is in such a precious place where you need to have the movie minimum be good. You cannot have it be bad.
that's kind of why I think they should wait on a trilogy for a little bit. Just make one-offs for now. Like
I'm fine with that. I like that's a good
you.
idea. That's a great idea. I love that.
That's why I think they should still keep the Ben Solo movie just as its own thing, primarily because then that way you take away all the pressure off of that movie to deliver such a crazy expectation, if you know what I mean. So if you keep it just as the Ben Solo film, then you've set the foundation, Ben's back, Rey's back in the picture. Then you do the new trilogy, and then you bring all the other characters back, and you start from a place of strength.
That's what trilogies used to work. They used to just be, you make one at a time. Hey, this movie was good. Let's make another one. That movie was good. Let's make another. Like, it didn't used to be, let's order a trilogy at the beginning, and now we have to plan out a reaction. So no, you take every movie by movie. Like, hey.
And that's what they need to do for a little while. Do it movie by movie, and then when you want to do a new trilogy, I'd say before you do that, before you do episode 10, because it's a guarantee that John, Oscar, Daisy, Adam, they'll come back. Like it's more of a guarantee now. So if you go away and you have a story treatment for a trilogy and you take your time, there's more incentive for them to come back. And it's like I said on the stream that I just did before this, you don't need to do a Clone Wars show to redeem the sequels or anything like that. You just need to redeem the characters. That's it. Yeah. That's all you need to do.
Have you seen the video at the Golden Globes recently where Oscar Isaac was getting asked of the Ben Solo movie? He's like, huh? Yeah. What? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? No, and he just like walks away and like doesn't answer the question.
He could have very easily said something and he didn't.
So
I hope I'm not reading into it, but even Hayden did the same thing. He was like, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Like I said, like they could just be trolling and whatever.
Discussions going on, and the thing is, once you work in that space, you're in that field. Like you're gonna know people.
Let me see if I can find that video with Hayden at that.
Let's not get it twisted here. Just because the sequel actors are not currently in a movie, it does not mean that they are not having an ear to ground for things that happen. And even someone like Hayden, who's not a sequel actor, but he has been used in the marketing so much since they brought him back. Like you've seen that little Monopoly advert that he did
last year, dude. That was everywhere.
And he was asked about it. Maybe he genuinely just didn't know how to respond, how he would talk to Kylo Ren or something. Maybe he didn't know. But I would, if I was a betting dude, which I'm not because gambling is bad. But and I say you gas sticks. But generally speaking, I believe that Hayden kept it quiet because maybe he's got an ear to ground that they are actually considering it. As soon as that banner was flown over Lucasfilm, Disney would have probably went,
we need, because it's on the back burner now.
Yeah, notice how she didn't say it's gone.
Yeah, it's on the back burner. And originally it was just gone.
So something, I think, I don't want to read too much into it because like Jacob said, like they can just be saying like, no, it's not happening, whatever.
Yeah, no, of course.
But like the fact that like Hayden said next question at that Comic-Con, it's kind of,
I mean, if you look at the timing of that combined with the way Oscar kind of dodged the question, like it's almost like they have to know something.
Like something's going on, we just don't know what.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I wouldn't think Disney would do it if it was every fan is basically uniting. I haven't seen really anyone say, I guess besides really, really, really extreme sequel haters that are just like, yeah,
or besides people we know, like
yeah, I don't want to do this trilogy ever again. Fair enough, whatever. You're not going to change people's minds. But like most of the fandom, people who love the sequels want this. Obviously, people who on the sequels don't want it. Obviously, people who don't like them but are reasonable about it want it to happen. Like because Ben Solo or Kylo Ren, whatever you want to call him, is the best part of the sequels. Like unequivocally,
110%.
And you have Adam Driver, who was an Oscar caliber actor, who is enthusiastic about it because he was involved. He
wanted it to happen
with developing it, and the guy who they got to write it is Steven Soderbergh, who Ocean's 11. Anybody? Like,
I don't know. I haven't seen his work, but apparently, based on your
Ocean's
judgment,
11 is
great,
freaking quality.
so many great movies. You got him to write this, and he was passionate about it, and like,
Yep.
this, like,
You need it to be made before it gets leaked.
This is how you win the fandom back. Like, this stuff, like,
yes. I remember talking to you guys about this. I have never seen the fandom more united than I have over this project. Like, don't get me wrong. You'll still have people that don't care regardless. But it's like I said on my stream, and I was saying to Danny and the others, you could do Jar Jar Binks doing a backflip with a freaking red lightsaber lighting up Palpatine's corpse. You're still not going to care. Like, the damage has been done so much for those people. It doesn't matter what they do. They could do a 5-part film. They're not going to care. They've emotionally, they've pulled out. They've emotionally pulled out.
What you got to do is you got to go for the fans who are still fans, but are just like, I want to see something better.
Yeah, even if you can't get 100% of people back on board, which I don't think you're ever going to, the damage is too far done. But you will get 70 to 80%. That is something. That is a huge.
And you can pull in new fans.
Don't have.
You can pull in new fans. Like, they say, you bring new fans in, give them their Star Wars, because that's, say what you about the sequels, but they introduced Star Wars to a whole nother generation. Like, our generation. I wouldn't be as big of a Star Wars fan as I am without the sequels. That's why I don't. Yeah. I recognize their issues. They're not my. It's my least favorite out of the 3 trilogies by far. I don't hate them because I can't hate them because they helped make me more of a Star Wars fan. That's
hit the hell on the
coffin. People need to realize the sequels are some kid out there in Star Wars. Like, that's what they were brought up on. Like, that is their Star Wars.
Right.
Like, The Force Awakens is probably somebody's first Star Wars movie they ever saw.
Literally, it's like when, if you go back to like 2002, you see a little kid dressed up as Anakin. But then if you go like 2017, you see a little girl dressed up as Rey. Like that's their Star Wars. It's like all that stuff.
You're right.
Dude, I went to Galaxy's Edge, and there were so many little girls dressed up as Rey. There were so many dudes dressed up as Kylo Ren, and it's like,
dude, and that's the thing. I got love for like Finn, Poe, and all those guys, but the fandom for Kylo and Rey is huge.
Yes,
like, especially if you're a kid.
Specifically,
I went to a Halloween party, couple costumes, Rey and Kylo. Like, it's like,
exactly.
It's a thing
everywhere.
It's everywhere. I mean, who knows? Maybe everyone's luck may change with that this year, right? But you know, it is prevalent everywhere. You can't dismiss it just because you don't like it. Like, it's just like, I think if there has ever been a time to do something to unite the fandom, like Disney, Lucasfilm, it's looking you straight in the face. It was literally flown over your headquarters. Everyone's like, oh no, but they wouldn't take notice. Oh, they would. If you're flying something over there, they want money. They're going to look at that and go, this is.
And here's how you unite. We talked about this, Jacob. This is how you unite the 3 trilogies. You have Ben Solo, Rey will be there as well. Maybe Finn and Poe as well. The sequel characters. Then you have Anakin Skywalker, who will definitely be helping or talking to Ben and whatever this movie ends up being. You got a prequel character. Maybe bring back Ewan McGregor too for Obi-Wan. Why not?
I mean, they broke the canon with the Force Ghost, so why not?
And then obviously original trilogy. Mark Hamill. Yoda, if you want to do that again.
Like, that's all they have to do. And in a Ben Solo film, that's how you do it. Like,
Harrison Ford one more time. If you can get him to do it, he just did Marvel. Why not?
If you had a scene between Hayden and Adam Driver in the Ben Solo film, if there was a scene between Hayden and Ben, that scene would be one of the best in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like, I just think the conversation that these two characters could have, and then you'd be hard-pressed to find any prequel fan that goes, no, I don't like this character. It's like, literally, Anakin has just given him the seal of approval.
Yeah.
Like, you could do so much with it. And the comic has explored this when they're like, Kylo Ren will return. It clearly sets him on this path, whereas you said he's stuck in limbo. And who can get him out of it? The ghosts of Jedi past. Freaking
think about it. Anakin Ben had the opportunity to do something Anakin wishes he could do. Go back and undo all his mistakes and make up for all his mistakes. Anakin never, yes, he killed Palpatine, yes, but that doesn't make up for all the stuff that he did.
Make up for
like Order 66 and stuff after. Like,
the Jedi he killed after that, like, it doesn't make up for any of that.
And that's the thing as well, with what they're doing with Ahsoka and the World Between Worlds, Anakin can grant him that. Can grant him that. He's literally the balance of the Force. He can literally say, okay, I grant you the opportunity to do what I never did. You did it slightly by saving Rey, something I wanted to do for Padme, by the way. You did it with Rey. go a step further.
He's like, but first you got to prove that you change. You got to prove. You got to make up for what you did. You got to go through these trials. That's what I think they should do. Is like have Ben go on the spiritual journey, kind of like Yoda did in the Clone Wars at the end.
I mean, how he has to want to go even a step further. You could have it be like similar to the Force Unleashed, like the trials that Galen Marek went through, like stuff like that.
I mean, go really deep with it. Take Ben back to the night with Luke in the temple, and that take him back to that night. Take him back to everything he ever did wrong.
Because I love Anakin to pieces, but we never saw this from Anakin. We never saw this kind of thing. And to be honest, with where they took the story and what they've done with Vader, you can't really do it because it's linear, they move forward. But what you can do this with one character who doesn't have his end in mind. The only reason they couldn't do it with Anakin was his end was already set. Ben Solo's end is not set. It's not. So you can do it like right now, and you should. Like, I think I remember saying this to a friend. I was like, it's been enough time since the last movie. Like, I think, come on, it's time to lock in, get this movie made, get it done. Because quite frankly, I don't think this should be episode 10. This should be before episode 10.
Yes. This should set up a possible new trilogy, not be the first.
Yes, I agree. Massive.
I think the Rey movie's still happening. No, did you really say something about that?
Well, this is the funny thing. Like, I have a sneaky suspicion that they're going to merge the two of them together.
Yeah,
because a Rey movie in and of itself, I don't think is enough to garner the interest.
What I think is one half of the story is Ben, and one half of the story is Rey doing something else and looking for him.
If you can get those two stories running in tandem together, that movie would actually slap.
That's gonna slap. Yeah, that would be so good.
Like, if you have the half of the movie, like, let's say Rey's journey in the movie is to find Ben. That's Rey's journey. And Ben's role in the movie is to find himself. And at the end of the movie, it ends with both of them being together in the real world. Call it cheesy, call it what you will. But that right there, not only does it makes the previous trilogy actually mean something, because you don't build to a dyad in the Force and kill off the other dyad. You don't do it. And they stole it from Revan and Bastila in Legends. You just don't do it. It just nulls the whole thing completely. So if you have a moment where Ben actually comes back, he goes through the trials, then when you watch the sequels back, you can still hold those feelings to them. But when you look at Luke dying or Han dying or Leia dying, you know that this still means something because Ben lives and Ben can be the evolution of what they were trying to be. You can still redeem it a little bit. Still be a bit sour, but you can do something.
I do want to see Luke and Ben make up. I do want to see that.
I really want to see that as well. Like, there's so much emotional potential here, man. And they could do another Han and Ben scene if you wish. Like, where there's a will, there's a way. Oh, but Han's not a Force ghost. That's not the point of the scene. Like, you don't have to.
That's a phenomenal scene, by the way.
I agree.
Dude, I remember watching that for the first time. I'm like, there's no way they got Harrison Ford back for that scene.
Like, literally, it's the best scene in the trilogy. Like, because the thing is, when you look at that scene originally in The Force Awakens, like, there's so much subtext in that scene alone where it's like, I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. And it's like, you know, Han's thinking, oh, you want to come home. Like, you want to come home and be good and all that. And it's like, no, Ben's thinking, I know what I have to do. I have to kill you. Like, I have to kill you.
And then Han, as soon as he kills him, he betrays and kills him. Han still loves him. He doesn't, like, that's like, still
that simple gesture of him putting his hand on, like, Ben's cheek,
his face.
That is one of the best scenes in Star Wars, in my opinion. It's the true essence of what it should be. And the reason why I was excited for that scene is because I thought Ben was going to live, and we were going to have to deal with a character who lives with the consequences of their action.
Guilt.
That's why Callus is so successful from Rebels. Yeah. That's why Crosshair is the best thing about Bad Batch.
Callus has the most underrated arc in all of Star Wars. His arc is so
that's how they should have handled Finn's redemption, like, you know, switch, in my opinion.
Even what's his name, Mayfeld from Mando, I think is an underrated character.
Yeah, no, I agree. That's how you handle it. Like, it's different and it's a change of pace, but I think it's refreshing, and I think people can get on board with it more.
Because, like, Vader, because people's like, well, Vader's story is different. Vader had to die. Like, he literally,
Vader had to
prophecy said he kind of had to. So, like,
and also it was just like a scripture. Like, George, like, it's all about intentionality, right? So it's like the original intention was 1 to 6, Anakin had to go. Like, that was the whole point of it. But with Ben, you don't have to do that. And it was just for the sake of a full circle. And that's why it really fucking pissed my bollocks up the wall. I was like, you could have done something unique here. And they can still do it. Like now is the time. There is no better time than
And
now
it's like
to get this movie made.
the actors want to come back. You can tell
They
now.
do.
Like John Boyega wants to come back. Oscar
But
Isaac wants to come back. Daisy's coming back.
how different
Adam
is it
wants to
now?
come back.
Like, how different is it now compared to what it was years ago when Oscar's
Dude,
like, oh, I'll come back if I need another house. Or John's like,
Yeah.
I've had my time. Daisy, Adam, To know that Adam was working on a movie alongside trying to get it done, and to know that Daisy now wants to come back, Oscar Isaac isn't against it, and neither is John. Obviously, this is why I say never. These guys, like 10 years ago, were like, no, we're not coming back.
Especially Adam, because like, listen, I'm not hating. I love Star Wars, but there are so many. I'm speaking in general terms. There's so many better things. I say better things in quotes.
In
that Adam
terms
could
of
be doing with his
objectivity,
time.
yeah.
The dude's worked with Scorsese for not Scorsese. He's worked with some of the best
renowned actor. Like
Yeah.
he is an Oscar renowned actor. Like
There's so many other things.
If
He's not hurting for roles.
didn't
He's
win
not
it
hurting
that
for money.
year for Joker, then he would have won the Oscar.
Yeah. There's so many other things he could be doing, but he's passionate enough about the character to be like, yo,
And he wants to do it. And I don't know if you guys have seen the movie 65, but it very much plays out like that. It feels like a Ben Solo after story.
Yeah, him protecting a kid. Like that's the kind of stuff I wanted Ben to do. Like go around the galaxy, helping people, like just trying to atone in small ways for the things that he did. And then there's a lot of stories like how is the resistance or whatever new government react to like, yeah, this dude, he says he's a different guy now, but he's a war criminal. He killed.
Yeah.
How does he feel about that? How does Finn feel about it? Finn almost got killed by this.
Exactly. You could do stuff with that. How
He got sliced. His back got sliced.
Like literally, you carved my back into pieces. You killed a guy that I saw as a little mentor, even for a little while. You damn near tortured my best friend, and now you're chirping her. Like, what's going on here? Like, and that's the thing. Rey may forgive him. The galaxy might not. Poe and Finn might not. Like, how do you go about redeeming someone in the eyes of other people that don't have that let's just call it what it is, that romantic connection with him? Like, how do you go about
and also the books confirm this. It is confirmed that people know that he is Darth Vader's grandson. There's a whole other element to that. Like,
yeah, that's a
people
whole
know
lot.
Do they actually in the books they say that?
Yeah.
They say
So
that?
basically, there's this book called Bloodlines where
Good book.
Yeah, very good book. Leia's running for
Good
it's
book. I
like
like
this
that
is before Force Awakens. Like Leia's running for senator or chancellor, actually, I think, in the New Republic. And one of her political opponents finds out that she's Vader's daughter and leaks it to the public because they weren't telling anybody that. So now the whole public knows that she and Luke are Vader's kids and that Ben is Vader's grandson.
You see what I'm saying? With like that in mind, and with all the stuff that they just did in the Darth Vader comic, there's so much setup off screen to bring this guy back. It's right there. Like it's.
Now, here's my question: with all like the sequel trilogy getting like backburned, because now Galaxy's Edge is like getting like a rebrand in a way. Now they're putting a lot of the original trilogy characters. Do you think they're like want to step away from the sequel trilogy, or no? Or do you think that's just coincidental?
I think they're trying to, because the next few movies are probably going to be. We got Mando. We're going to get the End of the Empire at some point. I think they're setting up for that. We're kind of like that in between.
That awkward in between phase.
Sequel, kind of the pre-sequel trilogy, the prequels to the sequel trilogy, I guess would be the way to describe it.
Yeah. I think they've finally done what they're supposed to do for the past fucking few years, and that's realize it's not just the sequel trilogy. You've got loads of eras to explore, especially prequel and OT, that are so relevant. Utilize them,
especially because the OT and prequel trilogy, let's be honest, their aesthetics are not really that different. Sequel trilogy kind of ripped it off. It's X-Wings and everything's war-torn and desert planets, and that's that sort of thing.
Yeah. Stormtroopers. Everywhere looks like Tatooine.
Stormtroopers just changed the helmets a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
There's no real distinction there.
Yeah.
And that's where they incorporate other stuff. They can really diversify.
No more empires and republics, please. No more empires.
No, for God's sake, no. Jesus. If you go into a new trilogy, I want to see a new threat, brand new threat.
Honestly, I hope the galaxy has like multiple factions in it, not just like
yes.
two.
I remember us talking about that. Yes, I would so be down for that. Multiple factions, power vacuum. Like, how many can we have?
maybe they're like, yeah, maybe we should stop doing republics. Clearly, they don't work anymore. Like,
Yeah, they're outdated. They're fucking they
because
rise.
the
See,
prequel
this is
republic
why
is terrible, and then the new republic is a clown show, which we can see in
this is why Baylan Skoll is my favorite character that Filoni has actually introduced, because he's called this out. Like, he's called this out massively. Like, it's just the same cycle again and again. Like, that monologue that he delivered was absolutely beautiful.
Oh yeah, you did your Ahsoka rewatch. How do you feel about it now that you've done a full rewatch?
Well, now that I'm not listening to fans online venting every 5 seconds, it's actually, in my opinion, obviously other than Andor, it's like the best one, if you know what I mean. Like, it's just I think it's got a lot going for it. I really enjoy it, and I'm very appreciative that the show actually even exists. Because if I think back to 2008 and just the difference now with someone like Ahsoka, who's now in the fold, like to see her live action and just kicking ass and taking names, it really is such a gratifying experience to think back to how troublesome those days were in the early Clone Wars days, to see how far a character that was in freaking animation has now etched herself into live action and is arguably one of the most popular people.
She's a fan.
In the
She's a
actual
fan
brand.
favorite now. That's the crazy
Yeah, no,
part.
she is. It's like I said, what they wanted Rey to be is what Ahsoka is.
Yeah, it's
Like,
just
more or less.
I haven't watched Andor. I watched the first episode and I'm like working my way through it.
It is
And
a slow burn, but
I'm
once you
gonna
get
get a
into
lot of
it, it is
I'm gonna,
freaking
I'm gonna
good.
get a lot of Andor
It's got,
hate. But oh my gosh, it's a struggle to watch the beginning. I know it's a little
the actress who plays Petunia in Harry Potter, she's actually in it as well.
Yeah. Oh really?
Yeah. Delivers one heck of a monologue.
There's the monologue. Oh, I know exactly what monologue you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen that.
And then there's one other monologue that's delivered by Andy Serkis, who also played Snoke, but we don't talk about that. But the one way out where they're like breaking out of prison, like that had me pumped. I was like, that's
one of my favorite arcs of the show until season 2. The Gorman stuff, my God.
Like, I'm tempted to do an Andor rewatch because it's that good.
Do you want to
and
watch
the one with the Rebels tie-in? You know. Jacob knows what I'm talking about.
I know. And then the other thing as well, like if you were to watch Rogue One now, like after the ending of Andor, that ending it hits way worse now. Like it just
Cassian's one of my favorite Star Wars characters now, just because of like
I love him. What they've done with Andor is incredible. Like the amount of development that he got, and just like the way he was walking at the end there, Darius, I was like, yeah, this is a hard.
I will say this. I watched the first episode of Andor. I know Andor fans don't hate me, all right? I'm working through it. But I was watching the first episode of Andor, and when Cassian's in that little bar thing, that was actually cool. I was like, damn.
It's such a different setting for Star Wars. Like, I love
it's a very,
that's what it is. That's a brothel. Like that. That's what that is. Like that.
It is a mature take on what Star Wars. That's why I said it's above Star Wars, because no offense, like there is a level that Star Wars has where it can't get to a certain point, Andor goes there.
It's basically an HBO prestige show, but in Star Wars.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, and I freaking love it. Like I think Andor is exactly what Star Wars needed.
And I said this to Jacob. I don't think every show should have the tone or pacing or anything of Andor, because that's what makes it special, is that it has that. But every show should have the lighting and the writing and the attention to detail and the every show should strive for that level of writing, even if they're going for a different thing. You know what I mean?
Wasn't Andor's budget like 800 mil or something crazy like that?
Yeah, it was crazy because they shot on location.
An insane.
They shot on location for everything, and they built sets.
Yeah,
like it was insane, dude. Like they went in.
It wasn't really not a lot of stuff was in the volume, right? It was
barely any. I think just ships. Basically, when they're inside of ships, it was the volume. I think,
but most of it wasn't even actually.
When they're like walking around planets, that's all like on location.
Damn. See, that's what a lot of shows need to be.
Yeah, I wish. I get why they use the volume. It's easy and it's cheap, but
it saves money. But
it needs to be used in moderation, though.
Yeah,
I think Kenobi was a sore point for it because they didn't know how to properly utilize it.
Ahsoka, they used it, but they used it well.
They used it well in Ahsoka and in Kenobi. I don't know what the fuck.
They used it for like the interiors of like temples and like ships and stuff, and Ahsoka, which is how I think it should be used.
Yeah.
Whenever you're like walking across a big area, you can notice it because it doesn't look as big as it should. It's like this looks like, why is it this little section of like? I think it was this part of Kenobi where it was like that part where Leia and Obi-Wan are walking to like the like a gate thing,
Yeah.
That doesn't look real. That looks fake. Like it doesn't look like a real place.
It sticks out like a sore thumb. It's kind of like,
Even in Mando, they used to good in Mando. I think. I don't think there was like anything.
No, in Mando
bad.
they did. I think it's only Kenobi. I don't know what it was, but for some reason it just felt like
a little bit of Book of Boba Fett too. It didn't look great. Some of those
And Book of Boba Fett too. Yeah, I noticed it there as well.
It just felt like they couldn't really fucking get some kind of like, I don't know. It's very 50-50 in Kenobi. I think it's the only show that the volume isn't really utilized well. I think
Kenobi feels like it feels like the cheapest one out of all.
Yeah,
that's the crazy
part.
Annoying
because it's like that's Kenobi. Like that's
he's
the biggest character they've given a show to yet.
Yeah, like the budget you gave for Andor should have been used to give to Obi-Wan.
Kenobi honestly should have been a movie, but that's another take.
Yeah,
I
I never believed it could work as a whole trilogy until I saw the story treatment that was proposed.
They were gonna have,
you know what? That trilogy would have actually freaking worked.
They were gonna have Darth Crate be in it. And that's from Legends.
And the thing is, they could still do that because Ewan wants to come back and do more. So it's like, I think we're in an era now where nothing is fully off the table. And this is where I had to disagree with some of the others earlier on the stream that I just did. This is where I had to disagree a little bit. Disney and Lucasfilm and the powers that be will listen if it guarantees them money. I think with the way Doomsday is being stacked up and the way that movie's happening, I don't think anything is off the table anymore. I think these companies are listening, which can be a good thing, but also can be a negative because it means nothing is off the table. Yeah. But I think we are in an era where they are listening, they are aware. There's a lot of things that are being said and people are listening and hearing these things. I genuinely believe a lot of stuff can happen now. An R-rated Star Wars project? Probably. If Andor, it looks more like
Andor basically is. So yeah.
It looks more likely because of that show.
Yeah.
Obviously at the time.
No, I mean, that's been in the works for a while. Because even George wanted to make that Underworld show, which was going to be mature. Like, I know you guys hear about that.
Was it with like bounty hunters and stuff?
Oh yeah, no. Because it
was going to be on HBO. Yeah, it was going to be an HBO, like a crime drama Star Wars, like a basically Sopranos or Breaking Bad Star Wars show.
Oh, you see, that would have been fucking good. Man.
And also the game they're going to make, 1313 on Coruscant.
Yes, I did hear about that one.
They've been trying to do this for a long. They've been trying to do mature Star Wars.
I really don't like that was canceled, man. It was such a.
Hey, bring that back. The games are a whole other thing. I think they need to get back on because they've been kind of lacking with. Other than Fallen Order, I need more games. This year looks like a good year for games, though.
I really need more. Like the graphics are always going to keep it evolving and whatever else. I think that's just a lazy excuse.
Battlefront 3?
I think Battlefront
3 comes.
The thing is, Battlefront 3 should be easier to do now because you have the assets already made. Like the assets are made, so therefore
can't use fans for Battlefront 2. Just put them in 3. They were going to use.
Battlefront 3 comes out. The online community is going to be so toxic. When you're like gaming, it's gonna be so toxic online chat.
There's so many more characters to put in. They got Ahsoka as a hero now. You got Din and Grogu. You got
that's a great. You can put Din Djarin in there. Oh my!
Well, that's the thing. If it was still getting support, Din would have definitely joined.
You got Cassian Andor. Like there's so many.
That's the thing. I didn't think I'd say this, but here we are. Cassian Andor has etched himself into not only one of my favorite characters in canon, but he's cemented his place as someone who definitely deserves a bit of spotlight amongst the greats.
Baylan, Shin,
Baylan is
Sabine.
I can't wait to see what they do in season 2.
Sabine and Ezra, yeah. Kanan even. If you want
I was saying you can put Kanan, Zeb.
Yep.
There's so many characters.
I can't wait. There's so many characters, so many choices, lots of options. So I choose to be positive because I think you're going to get a lot of stuff as a fan. We are in the age right now of the fans not necessarily getting what they want, but the fans are being heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's way more likely now. Way more.
What do you guys think of Mando's new suit for the movie?
I like
armor. It's all right. It's okay. I still prefer the other one, but that's just
I agree. I think it's all right. I like it, but
you see, he has the Razor Crest back, or like another one.
It makes sense. Like I love the Naboo starfighter, but you can't really. It's not sustainable long term.
The Razor Crest is his ship. Like it is.
Yeah, that's.
I mean, what they should do, and what I'm hoping they do, is if they have a moment where they've got you know how like the Ghost in Rebels drops the Phantom, I believe. It drops out as like a secondary ship. If he has the Nubian Starfighter, not the Nubian Starfighter, I'm thinking of the Padme ship for some reason. If they have the Naboo Starfighter attached to the Razor Crest, and then maybe Grogu pilots that while Mando pilots that, like,
that'd be cool.
That'd be tough.
Like having them two pilot those two together would be fucking insane. That would, I tell you what, if that's a scene in the movie and I've just called it, that would go hard.
Do you think Grogu's gonna talk in this movie or no?
Maybe.
I think by the end he might say his first word. I think that might be what happens.
It'll be interesting to see if he speaks like this he do. It'll be very interesting.
Yeah, because Yaddle did it.
Yeah. So I think they might just keep that exclusive to Yoda. And they're like, why is the most powerful Jedi of all time speaking like a freaking it's I think that's exclusive to Yoda. I don't think
Yoda's just a troll, bro. That's just what he does.
Yeah.
He trolls so much in Empire. It's so funny.
He's crackhead Yoda. That's all that is. It's just him trolling the whole time.
He's fighting R2.
Oh yeah.
But the future is bright. I think it's bright.
Yeah, compared to where we have been with the brand, I think it's a lot brighter than where it was.
I agree.
As much as I love the shows, Star Wars belongs on the big screen. That's what it is. Like it belongs. We need Star Wars back in theaters consistently. I mean, we got Mando, we got Starfighter, but we need movies every few years. What I think they should get back to trying to do.
Yes, and good ones too. And I think if you take the time and you figure stuff out, you can easily do stuff.
And me and Jake were talking about this. Give Solo a follow-up, man. Solo deserves.
I agree.
Yes, we need another Solo movie.
Solo is probably the Star Wars movie I think it's the most undeserved. I don't know why people hate that movie so much.
I still don't get it.
I don't get it either. Fun fact, that was the first Star Wars movie I saw in theaters, actually, for Solo.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I never ended up watching it just because I was so left with such a bad taste because of
Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi situation. Not only was I deprived of watching Rogue One's Vader like hallway scene in the cinema, I missed the post-credit scene of freaking Darth Maul coming back. So it's like
that confused. So, bro, when I went to theaters, people were like,
"Oh, I was annoyed that I missed it." I was like, "This is annoying." I'm like, forget but it breaks canon. He's been back for ages. I'm more annoyed the fact that I missed it.
Because I went with my dad, and he was like, we got to that scene. He doesn't know anything about the Clone Wars or anything. Oh, he does now, but like at the time, he didn't know anything about Clone Wars or anything. And he was like, "Wait a minute, didn't this guy die?" I was like, "Yes, but not really. Like he does die, but just not yet. Like
not yet.
He dies a long time from now." But
it's like, but didn't he die? Well, he kind of did, but also
Obi-Wan killed him. He's like, Obi-Wan killed him, right? I mean, yes, just not when you thought he did.
Yeah.
You know?
Just not when you actually thought he did in the movie. He was brought back off screen.
Did a bunch of stuff and then died.
Speaking of Maul, that show's coming out this year.
We need more from that. I want to see a public trailer. I want to see.
I need to see that. I need to see a trailer for that show immediately.
There's no way that apprentice is not talent. There's no way there's not talent. That has to be talent. That has to be.
Bro, there's people that like saw the trailer at Japan Celebration this past year, and they said like the animation looked top tier. So I'm really
getting better
excited.
and better with it every series. There's parts of Bad Batch that look amazing.
Yeah. I mean, oh god, that's the thing. I was saying to Darius not long ago. The one thing I do want is a follow-up to Bad Batch. Like I want to see what happened to Wolf, to Gregor, to Cody. I want to see it. You know, I want to see it.
How did they end up on that planet in Rebels? You know.
Like, why does Rex have trauma in Rebels to do with Cody? What happened to Cody?
Yeah.
Like, I want to see it. Like, that bit I really want to see. And I think, doing a little animated show here or there to show some of that stuff, like, that could be really cool.
The Tales of the Clones.
Yeah.
That's a great show. Tales of the Clones would be tough.
I just got done watching Tales of the Underworld. That was a really solid show. What they do with Cad Bane in that, I absolutely loved. And the stuff they do with Ventress is good, like the way they sort of retcon her.
There's so many things like that's another because the hidden path stuff with Ventress and Quinlan Voss too. That's a whole nother.
That was in Kenobi.
Yeah, that was basically a setup for a hidden path show. Also, Corran Horn is kind of canon now because of that show.
Yeah, and also freaking what's his face? Quinlan, he survived.
Yep. He's out there somewhere.
Quinlan
I mean, it was
Voss.
even said in Kenobi when he
Quinlan was
looked at
here.
the thing. He was like, "Oh, Quinlan was here."
But I do think the Maul show, a big part of it. I think Vader is going to come after Maul, and it's going to be bad. I think that's how Vader gets stuck on.
And this leads into in Rebels why Darth Maul avoids Vader, because they've already had their confrontation and Vader kicked his ass.
I think when Maul builds up his power base with the criminals, and Palpatine notices and is like, "All right, this dude's back."
I got to deal with this kind of thing. Yeah,
Vader, go and deal with it. He's a threat. Get rid of him. Vader does. Maul escapes with his life barely, and that's why he's afraid to fight Vader by himself. And
and that feeds into like maybe, you know, not only the duel but how he escapes. Like maybe he just gets out of there by the skin of his teeth.
Because, like, when have you been known for Maul to be afraid of fighting anybody other than Palpatine? Like,
yeah,
Maul's not afraid of anything.
Yeah.
Maul,
and
Maul
then it makes that scene in Rebels look a lot stronger when, you know, after he's done the stuff with Ezra, Kanan, and Ahsoka, the reason why he like disappears so quickly as soon as he knows Vader's coming is because he's not trying to catch these hands again.
Dude, that's one of the best episodes in Rebels. Those last 2 episodes of season 2. Those 2 episodes with Maul are peak. I just love how Maul was twisting Ezra's mind and shit.
Quality of the Apprentice, man.
Quality.
I think those are my favorite episodes of Rebels still. I love the stuff that comes after season 3, season 4, especially like Jedi Knight, Kanan's death. Oh man, that messed me up the first time I saw that. That messed me up bad.
Dude, I must say that Kanan's death was actually bad. I was like, damn.
Like,
bad for me.
True Jedi death in that.
The World Between Worlds episode was crazy just because of what it meant. The finale, of course, Ezra's sacrifice, that got me too.
Yeah, like that whole part of it was peak. I'm sorry.
Like the last 3 episodes of Rebels, bro, just tears coming down your eyes.
There's just a lot of peak.
Ezra doing the same pose as Kanan when he sacrificed himself. I was like, damn. Like, yeah.
It was it was an emotional time.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think I'd choke up at Rebels when I first started watching it, but as soon as Kanan was killed off and then the fucking logo went to ash, I was like,
dude, and then he gets a sight back. You see his eyes again. I'm like, yo.
And then
the fourth is like, you're about to die. Here's your sight back, just so you can.
The first thing that got me a little bit was Matt Lanter, when Matt Lanter's voice comes through and when Vader's mask is cracked in Twilight of the Apprentice. It's like, oh no.
And that was their first time reuniting since the Clone Wars. So it's like,
yep.
Yeah, that's her first time finding out Anakin is Vader too. I think that's crazy.
It is symbolism, like Ahsoka cracked one side, Obi-Wan cracked the other side, and took the whole thing off.
Yeah.
Willingly.
There's no symbolism, there's no storytelling.
Yep.
Poetry.
Luke's the only one that could get through to him completely.
Yeah, not his teacher, not his apprentice. They came close.
His son.
But his son got through him. His own blood.
Dude, it's crazy, dude. Thank God they didn't go Revenge of the Jedi. Oh my gosh, that would have been.
That ending was
so different.
Yeah, that ending was not the one. Sorry. Not the one.
So Luke kills Vader and then becomes the new Dark Lord. Like, bro, what? That would have been ballsy, but it would have been like, bro, what?
I gotta say, that is a very. It feels like a fan fiction.
That's a good what if though. I'll say that if they want to do like a Star Wars what if,
I would love a Star Wars what if.
Speaking of,
what if Anakin didn't go to the dark side?
We get Visions this year. We get the Ninth Jedi show. I'm actually excited for the Ninth Jedi show. That was one of the cooler Visions shorts.
What Jedi show?
There's if you've watched Visions, there's this episode called Ninth Jedi. It's not canon, but it's like a future where lightsabers can change color, and there's a bunch of Jedi again, and there's a bunch of Sith. They're making a whole show, a whole anime based off of that. So I was
I heard about that. Yeah, no.
And our boy Tanner Buchanan is going to be in Visions this year.
Yeah, I hope that's a freaking omen.
Yep.
I'm praying.
Get him on screen.
That's an omen. I would love to see him on screen doing something.
Please. Yeah.
Please. Let him be a pilot or something. I think he could do that.
Yeah.
I want a Top Gun. I want that Top Gun Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
That's what I want. That'd be so fire.
That's what I mean, bro.
And that's where Rogue Squadron comes in.
Star Wars can be so many different things. I'm surprised we haven't had that already. Like,
just put Poe in that. Just put Poe in that, bro. That's
Yeah,
This
Poe's
is
training a
I
new
need to see
generation of the fight of pilots. You have a whole new generation. Like other than the lightsabers and the Force and stuff, that's probably what Star Wars is most known for is the pilots.
ships.
I mean,
And I'm
that's
sorry, Poe's piloting scenes in the sequels go hard. They really do.
that one scene in Force Awakens was like first person, like you're in the cockpit, is hard. Where they're like doing the dive and you're just like first person, that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, even the bit where it's like they arrive on Takodana and he arrives with the entire
Yeah, that theme starts
With
playing. Yeah,
with his old get up in this helmet, I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like, I'm sorry, like seeing him pilot the Falcon was an absolute treat.
In the Rise, right? In Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah.
but in the beginning. Yeah.
I mean, as much as people may say Rey is the better, no, there's a reason why they put Poe in that pilot suit.
Poe's the best. Poe's probably the best pilot Star Wars has ever had. To be real, like
No, for real.
I mean, if you discount the fact of like the Force out of the situation, Poe is probably discount the Force. Poe is probably the best.
I think top 5 pilot. Okay, this is hard. Top 5 pilot.
I'm gonna say in no particular order. Top 5: Poe,
Oh,
Anakin, Han, Wedge,
Hera, maybe. I think
Hera.
Hera.
Oh, that's a good one.
and I do like Rey, but I'm gonna give it to Hera. I think Hera's piloting skills are
Honorable mention Luke because he blew up the Death Star. So.
Yeah,
He did.
honorable mention, but I think Wedge, Poe, Anakin, Han, Hera. That's my 5. Like I think but Rey's the face of the but Hera, her piloting skill. Like if you discount the fact that she's not necessarily a Force sensitive like that, she's fucking good.
Yeah, Ray and Luke are honorable mentions, but yeah, that's a good.
I think Force
top 5.
Awakens makes Rey look better than she actually is as a pilot. Like
She
she's
doesn't really
good,
fly that much.
but she can fly. But I mean, I think Poe can fly. Like
Poe, the beginning of Last Jedi, Poe was moving.
He did light
speed. He did say that Poe was basically doing Tokyo Drift.
Yeah, literally, he was light speed. He did light speed
skipping
skips.
should be impossible. Like that's how good he is.
I mean, I also really do think that the only reason I was kind of easy on the light speed skipping was for the simple fact that without precise calculations, you're gonna die. Like it's more of like they shouldn't be able to do it, but every place that they land to, they nearly crash into something or they nearly get killed.
It's not something you can do all the time. It's a desperate thing.
It's basically just boosting a car. That's all it is. It's just boosting a car. Boosting a car.
Yeah, but pilot, like obviously Han speaks for himself. I mean,
yeah, Han's up there.
The guy did the Kessel Run, bro.
I mean, then you got to give a mention to Django and Boba. Like they're good.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
Wedge. Wait, people don't know about Wedge. Wedge is that dude.
No, Wedge is OG.
Yeah.
That's the dude.
Wedge survived every single major battle and was like from the beginning.
And I know it's out of universe, but he's also related to Ewan McGregor, so that gets him a point.
Yep. I always forget about that.
Yeah, that's
Anakin. Cool. Anakin's Anakin.
I mean, fucking, he's like 9 years old and he's blowing up space stations.
Yeah,
he's 9 years old. Going to
first human to ever win
pod racing.
He's the first human to ever win a pod race too, I think.
Yeah, and that's dangerous as shit.
That scene, I remember watching Phantom Menace when it re-released and seeing that scene in theaters, hearing the sound.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's so loud. It's so crazy.
That whole scene is absolute acid. It's just smoke.
I think Hera is the most underrated pilot. She
gets the job done.
Yes, she put it at work. And she's the first person to fly the B-wing. That was her. So yeah,
she's forgetting that.
She be flying the Ghost. That's a big ass ship. So
and there's been so many bad situations that they were put in that she had to get out of, and she did. So,
and not to mention, she's flying in situations where she could easily get bloody killed. And look at who our bloody co-pilots are: Chopper, Zeb, and Ezra and Sabine. I mean, they're always screaming and hugging.
Chopper, bro, Chopper, that man's a terrorist. Chopper is.
Yeah, I tell you what, Chopper, R2D2, and BB-8 all together is a problem.
That's there's a scene that ever funny to see in Star Wars because everyone's gonna be like, whoa,
because apparently it's canon that R2 curses constantly, like he's always cursing. Apparently that's canon that he's always cursing.
Oh, Chopper, what's the language?
And Chopper, we always know he'd be cussing.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's always swearing.
Yo.
BB-8's a menace.
He's always lighting up a storm. I mean, hell, even if you could get Cal's droid, BD.
I
From
love
BD1.
BD, man.
Order.
BD's like a
He's
dog. I
like
love
to
BD.
say- he's got some things he likes to say.
Yo, that would be mad funny. Just everyone, all the droids like talking to each other, and like the humans are like, whoa!
I mean, it's already confirmed as well that R5 is still alive, the original one from A New Hope.
Yeah.
You can have him come back for a little cameo. That'd be funny.
They never miss with droids in Star Wars. I love K2SO too. K2 is my guy.
That's the go right
K2SO.
Absolutely.
That's Cassian's droid. Yep.
Yeah. IG-11 too.
Those things are destructive as hell. Like fucking dangerous. Absolute monsters.
I'll do something with Kix. Kix is the last clone trooper, by the way. He's
Yeah,
alive.
they got to do some kind of thing
sequels
to honor that.
because he was like frozen for like 30 something years. That'd be cool to see Kix.
It would be nice to have some kind of mention of that.
He was at Exegol apparently. In the end.
Was he really?
Damn,
Yeah.
he was? Wow.
Yeah, because he was with that pirate guy, the red guy.
Fuck,
The red
he really
pirate.
is the last surviving clone. Oh my god. Shit, he must be old as hell.
Yeah, he was
No,
frozen.
for real. He's a vet.
He was
He is a
frozen.
vet.
He was
survived-
frozen for, like,
He's literally fought in all 3 wars. Like shit.
Yeah.
I do like how they confirm that though. That's crazy.
yeah, a lot of people were at Exegol that you wouldn't think.
Yeah. That's the one perk of throwing 50 million ships on scene.
You could be like, they were there, and you.
They were there, you just didn't see them.
That's crazy.
It feels like Qui-Gon. It's like, I was always here, Obi-Wan. You were just not ready to see.
The
Plot.
question is like, what happened with the Mandalorian? Like, Den's probably dead by that point or old. So who is?
Yeah, he's definitely dying in some way, shape, or form at the end of
Yeah.
Grogu.
Grogu there? Like, where?
Ahsoka's old as shit in that.
Yeah. She's wrinkly.
Yeah.
Oh. He's just old as hell.
Ezra's old if he's alive.
Yeah, Ezra's old.
You'll chuckle.
Sabine old.
Sabine.
Hera got to be dead.
Hera. Yeah, Hera. Jason's older. Jason's
Yeah,
like,
Jason's in his
Cal
30s.
Cal is definitely going to be old as hell.
yeah, Cal. Oh my
Out
god.
they'll kill him. Yeah.
I mean, if anything, it's very contingent on what the third game does, isn't it? Like, I hope that
I do. Here's the thing. I almost hope they don't put Vader in it because if he survives Vader again, if he avoids Vader again, that's like, come on, bro.
Yeah, then
that's
it makes Vader look incompetent. Like he has to.
He doesn't avoid Vader 3 times. That's not.
No, yeah, that's not how that works. You gotta, like, as much as people give Reva shit, she didn't live. Well, technically she did, but she didn't live past Vader's advances in that situation. Even though she did.
He didn't care enough to see if she was dead or not. He was just like, yeah, whatever. I'm out here.
Yeah. With Cal, it's like, no, he would have to go. He's too OP.
Especially because Seer gave him such a good fight. She put in work. Like,
oh yeah, she put in some serious dirt. Which makes sense. I mean, she mentioned being trained under Windu, didn't she?
she was a master. So
Absolutely G.
Yeah.
Oh man.
that's more or less it, I think, for the
Yeah, like I mean, hey, that was a good hour. That hour flew by.
That did flew by. That was another great episode, guys.
Gives you a lot of juicy material to work with, Gian. You can do a lot with that.
I have so many clips I already have in mind.
No,
Yeah,
that was honestly a really good one.
it's refreshing to be able to talk positively about Star Wars, again, because
Literally.
I agree. It's also probably that's not only our best one yet, but I think, as you said, it is really nice to talk about it positively again, which is primarily where I'm trying to divert my focus, especially like going forward. It's just like, I mean, hey, look, we've had the complaining. Like, come on, what can we do now?
Yeah.
so we've had the same complaints for almost 10 years at this point. It's like,
Yeah, it's getting old. Like, how many times can I complain about the same bloody thing?
Last Jedi is about to be 10 years old in another year, bro.
That's crazy.
Dude, that's
that's insane to me.
Force Awakens is over 10 years old now. It's 11 years old.
Force Awakens over 10. Force Awakens over 10. Rise of Skywalker is almost 10.
Yeah.
That's so insane to me, bro. Like that movie.
We're closer to 2030 than we are to 2015. Than we are to 2020 even.
Wow. Dude, the decade's almost done.
Yeah.
But justice for my
really
boy.
insane, man. Yeah,
Bring
man.
him back. We'll bring Ben back, not that dude.
Bring Ben
Well,
back.
Yeah, bring Ben back.
Yeah, Kylo can stay dead. But
Yeah,
we're
Kylo
Kylo
Ren
can
is
stay
dead.
dead.
Ben Solo,
Kylo's dead.
however.
Bring Ben.
Now that freaking toss of the lightsaber, that was, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. The shrug, man.
I think Misty's gonna get in my room.
That's the most Han Solo thing ever.
100%.
I mean, that's all he is. He's just an Anakin and Han hybrid. That's all he is.
Yes,
and I so very appreciate that about him.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's gonna be our wraps for episode 3.
Thank you for bringing us back together, Gian. Thank you.
Of course. We'll see you guys in the next episode. Anyone has any last final words before we end it off?
Dank Ferric.
May the force be with you. Always.
That's a great way to finish it off. Deuces.
Peace out.